Okay, sir. Okay, I'll ask her, sir. I'll ask.
Okay. So I'm going to start. Okay.
Priya ma'am, your voice is breaking. We couldn't hear you, ma'am.
Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. Vignesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Vignesh, can you create the break room? Sir is asking you to make it.
I don't know.
You don't
Sir,
know.
how to do it, sir? You can guide him.
Okay, there is a button or option called breakout rooms. If you click that breakout rooms, then you can, well, let me do it when the session actually begins. At that time, if you can make me host for 15 minutes, I can take control of it. Do that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, so wait for the moment. So when I start, I will ask you, then you make me the host for 15 minutes, then I will take care of that. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so dear participants, it's your turn. Welcome back. Now I'm going to show a video that might, inspire you, because being teacher is very challenging, I must say. As I said, emotions associated with teaching are really challenging than emotions associated with other professions, because we take care of two things at the same time. The knowledge management, at the same time managing so many issues, including our stakeholders, students, the management, the syllabus, curriculum, so many issues. So let's watch the video, and then I'd like to have your response on this particular video. It's for 1 minute. Can I play the video if you allow me? Say yes in the chat box so that I understand you people
Yes, sir.
are enjoying the session. Okay. Can you see the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to play it. Watch it very carefully. And in one sentence, write in the chat box, what do you think about it? Okay. Just hold on.
Teachers matter because we learn different things every day.
They push you to always believe that even if something is hard, you can still achieve it.
They're constantly encouraging me, and they're trying to make me reach that stretch goal.
My teacher has taught me to worry about my education, what life will be when in my future if I don't finish high school.
Mr. Coffee's taught me how to count.
She's definitely taught me to not be biased.
He's taught me some great science.
She makes me look for more sources.
For me to see that somebody was just like me and was able to succeed, she has inspired me to be a better person.
I love good.
Having a great teacher makes things possible.
He's my dad, he's my mom, he's my friend, he's my psychiatrist.
He kind of believes in me unconditionally, so that way it's easier to believe in yourself.
Teachers matter because we learn different things every day.
They push you to always believe that even if something is hard, you can still achieve it.
They're constantly encouraging me, and they're trying to make me reach that stretch goal.
My teacher has taught me to worry about my education, what life will be when my future if I don't finish high school.
Mr. Coffee's taught me how to count.
She's definitely taught me to not be biased.
He's taught me some great science.
She makes me look for more sources.
For me to see that somebody was just like me and was able to succeed, she has inspired me to be a better person.
I love me. Good.
Having a great teacher makes things possible.
He's my dad, he's my mom, he's my friend, he's my psychiatrist.
He kind of believes in me unconditionally, so that way it's easier to believe in yourself.
Thank you so much. So I'd like to have response. Yes, I can see one response. Yes, so many things. A teacher is a facilitator to bring the best in oneself. Teacher is a role model for society. Unconditional encouragement and support to achieve goal. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your responses. Teachers are the seeker who find hidden talents for students and bring out them. My God, thank you. Wonderful. She inspires and is a friend. Yes. Of course, teacher is the second parent. Thank you, Dr. Saeed. Wonderfully said. I believe second parents, yes. Uh, the task of second parents is done by a teacher, creator, motivator. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Mino, Chala. I want more responses from you, really. One sentence, one word from each of you. That will make my day. Please. Yes, motivation. Teacher tries to develop students by bringing confidence. Yes. Teachers are co-travelers in the lives of students, making their life enjoyable and memorable for lifetime. Thank you, Narayan sir. Thank you very much. Meenal Jala, wonderful. Teachers are agents of, yes, change. Yes. Catalyst. Yes. Uh, yes. Noble. It is a noble profession. Yes. It has different values. Yes. It cannot be compared with, cash and kind, a friend, philosopher, and guide. Yes. Now it is said, teacher is an influencer. Very true. Very true. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your responses. Now we are going for your activities. It's your turn. I'm going to break the whole, this platform into 5 rooms. One room into 5 rooms. And each room will come up with one, particular solution. And before the solution, you need the problem, right? You need the challenge. Let me tell you the challenge first. The challenge is, can you just mute someone is creating noise? Okay. The challenge is very simple. The challenge is very simple. As in the last session, we talked about 5 S. So you are going to come up with the 5 solutions for each S. Yes. So room 1 will talk about 5 ways out to be more aware as a teacher. Room 1, people in room 1 will talk about 5 ways out to be more aware, self-awareness of a teacher. Room 2 will share their knowledge about being self-managed. I mean, how to manage as a teacher. How can we manage our emotions? 5 solutions, 5 ways out. Room 4, we talk about how many things we should know to be socially aware. So 5 ways to be socially aware. And room 4 will talk about at least 5 social skills based on priority a teacher should know or improve continuously. Could be more than 5, but I need at least 5 social skills from room number 4. And room number 5 will talk about as a teacher how we can motivate ourselves. So you will get 15 minutes to talk to each other, to summarize things, and I want each of you to participate. For example, if there are, for example, let me see how many people are here. If I say 39 people, so out of 39 people, if I minus 4, then 35. So 7 people will be in each room. I want each person to talk when you come back. So you will have 15 minutes to talk about each of these as. I repeat, room, let me write for you. Room 1, as a teacher, how can we be aware of self-awareness? Room 2, self-management. 5, at least 5, can be more for more number of people. Room 3, social awareness. Room 4, social skills. Room 5, self-motivation. Each team should at least talk about 5 things. In 15 minutes, you will prepare the summary. Each one will talk when you come back. Have you understood my instructions? If you have, can you write yes in the chat box, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. So kind of you. So kind of you. If you just write yes, so we can proceed further. Yes. Yes. Just write yes or why. Okay. That would be so kind of you. So sweet of you. Yes. Why would be better. If you write N, I will understand it's no.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So now I take the
rooms. How do we split into the rooms, sir? You can guide
so
the
that's the magic. That's the magic. You don't know which room you are, but remember the topic. Remember the topic and connect it. For example, if you know self-awareness for room 1, self-management for room 2, social awareness for room 3, social skill for room 4, and self-motivation for room 5. So you have to remember that. That is the only, the difficult part. And you can write it five rooms and 5 topics. So when you see you are in room 3, so you're going to talk about social awareness. So everyone should know that which room assigns which topic. So that's very simple. That's why I wrote it there. Yes, you don't know which room you are. So that's the surprise. You don't know which room you are. So that's how Zoom will assign you. So that's the only surprise and suspense we have. So can you ask the technical guy to make me host so that I can actually go for the breakout rooms? Yes, I am the host now, and but I don't see the option for breakout room. That's the challenge. It's just showing you didn't have the breakout options by default. In the more button, if you click, there should have been an option for breakout room, but I can see that. Dr. Sahil, we have not yet assigned the room number. So just wait for your room number. Just remember the topic in line with the, in line.
Sir, if breakout room is not there, it depends upon the Google, the way they are bought. If it is a paid version with features, then you will have that breakout room and other thing. Otherwise, it will not be there.
It's a paid version, sir.
Okay. But it should have been because mine one had
yes,
that.
Sir.
Okay. Okay. So alternatively, we can go for another approach. Don't worry. So we'll always go for the innovation. So the innovation is very simple. If we use the participant's name, then we can make it like this. Okay. Available in admin login only. How to do that?
We'll check, sir. We'll check.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It says admin login is possible. Second order, oh yes. If it's not possible, we can openly discuss and we can take time so that we can connect with each other and everyone can participate of their
That would
own.
be fine, sir.
I think that's better because we couldn't find, sir. I don't know what's the problem.
Okay. So we go for option 2. Option 2 is very simple. So I think you all are with me. Can you all hear me? So if
Yes,
you
sir.
can, yes. So let's go for option 2. Option 2 is very simple. First of all, self-awareness. As a teacher, what are the ways how we can make ourselves more and more aware of our emotions? And we all know if you are aware of our own emotions, we can manage it better. If we don't know what emotions, is all about, we cannot manage it. So first we have to identify, we have to first understand the characteristics of that particular emotion. For example, happiness. What makes me happy when I'm a teacher? What makes me angry? Well, let's focus on especially the negative feelings, which are not actually, conducive or productive in terms of our interaction with our students. For example, let's choose 4 negative feelings related emotion like anger, like sadness, like, anticipation and frustration. How can we, be aware of this and, improve our self-management system? So think about it. Is there any particular course of action we can take so that we recognize each of our emotions? For example, those 8 emotions. How can we, let me show you those 8 emotions again so that we can remember what we are talking about. Yes, right. You can see that. So as a teacher, okay, Dr. N. Mahesh says, on being aware of our emotions as a teacher, would anyone like to say a few words? You can open your, you can unmute yourself and can talk. Would anyone like to talk? Anyone? For example, Dr. N. Mahesh says, sense of humor and confidence level. Anything else you can talk about? It's a noise, I think, creating from somewhere.
Well, sir, this is Dr. Said Rafiq Ahmed, sir.
Ji, Rafiq sir, Assalamualaikum. Please go ahead.
Assalam, sir. Sir, actually, I feel under the first category, sir, emotions, it will come to everyone, sir, number 1. So it will be like a match box, no, sir. I mean, take one stick and immediately it comes and immediately it goes like that. I feel, sir, under the first category. Thank you for the opportunity.
But how would we, when we are aware, how can we be aware of our emotions, those emotions? So, for example, each person has a predominating emotion inside us, like anger, sadness, frustration. How do we know that it is there? It's predominating. It's misleading us or leading us.
Sir, this anger, frustration, when you have more expectations, for example, let us take the teaching field, and with respect to the students, you expect something more out of them, and if it doesn't happen, You get irritated, you get frustrated, maybe in terms of behavior also. So in that case, it's better to analyze in depth about their characteristics and yourself. That is important. Expectations leads to these problems. So expect less, get more out of them, I would say.
Correct. But how do I know? How do you know that you have that type of frustration inside you? How did you come to know?
It's only through incidents, sir. It's only through incidents.
Okay.
Maybe you say a test, it doesn't happen. They take it lightly, in spite of.
Is there any particular incident that made you feel something like that?
In the earlier days, especially it is with respect to deadlines of assignments and tests. They take it a little bit in a lethargic manner. They take lightly, in spite of repeated what you say warnings or whatever it is, or advice or whatever it is. When 2-3 times, even after telling that it happens, I do get anger in the initial stages. Then I do understand, okay, students will be like that. So how to tune them? We'll have to go into their, as you put, empathy or whatever it is. Go along with them, find out the expectations. It's only through mutual consent, sir. We'll have to sit and discuss. So then they said, so we were afraid to talk to you for asking time. I said, see, we are friends. You can tell me whatever it is. If it is possible, we can do it. So it's only through mutual consent. So we had a discussion, and such type of problems never took place in my career.
Okay.
So you go for a discussion.
Do you believe there is a quick fix thing, or is it a quick fix thing, or it takes time to understand your?
It definitely takes time, sir. It definitely takes time, sir. See, and when students are traveling with you for 4 semesters, first semester it's a little bit difficult. See, whatever you think, it may be the opposite side also. By the end of the second semester or first year, you will know about everyone, sir.
Okay.
It takes at least 6 months time, sir. It at least takes 6 months time.
Yes, it does.
And you should have, and you should also be interacting with your colleagues also, because a student liked by you may not be liked by others, or the student may not even like you. So when the faculty colleagues sit and discuss, we will know about the student's mentality, and if to get anything done, to get things done, since we are having discussion, we will know how to get the best out of the student. See, if I am not able to get the thing from the student, I will use the other staff name. And because he has respect, or whatever you call, as a team, again, I emphasize that as a team on our side, also we can get the best out of the students. And it is happening only through discussion.
Wonderful input. I would like to ask Tamila Sari M. Can you hear me? Tamila, forgive me if I mispronounce.
It's Tamilarasi, sir. It's Tamilarasi. Tamilarasi.
Yes, sir.
Tamilarasi. Can you hear me, Tamilarasi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
I'm so excited when I looked at your responses, and you said, identify ingredients of our stimulus and our responses to that. Identify our stimulus and responses. Yes. Can you, shed more lights on it? I loved your statements. Could you say or share something more with us?
Sure, sir. Actually, we have to observe ourselves, sir. We have to identify which is triggering us, which makes feel happy or which makes feel sad. So if you find the trigger and how we are responding to that trigger, then automatically we can know ourselves very, very effectively.
Excellent, excellent. I love that. Yes. So be aware of your emotions. First thing first, you remember, know thyself. Yeah. So know thyself is the key. Most of the time, we know less about ourselves. Rather, we know more about other people. Yeah? Dr. Rafik is like this. Dr. Rafik is like that. Hey, how about you? I remember during my first training session on emotional intelligence, I asked my participants to write 5 good qualities and 5 bad qualities of each individual. You know what happened? Out of 40 people, only 37 people could write completely 5 good things, 5 bad things for themselves. And the remaining 37% could write either only a few, not completely 5, 3 or 4 good things, or 3 or 2 bad things. Interesting. It means, most of the time we are not aware of our, emotions. Dr. Travis Bradbury said 64% people are not aware of their emotions. 64%. Again, another research in Harvard Review said 10 to 15% people are only aware of their emotions. It means almost 80 to 90% people are not aware of their emotions. And you know why? Because of this missing link, because of not knowing the how to discover your emotions. So let me share some ideas. Would you like to know something about the tool? Yeah. Yes. There are many, but these are 5 effective tools you can use. As you mentioned, identify your feelings, right? Identify your feelings. Stimulus. What actually makes you feel like that? Find out the root cause. Where is it rooted? Analyze the feeling SWOT. Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. For your anger, what is the outcome for the strength? If you are too angry, is it weakness? What are the consequences? If you are angry, is there any opportunity? Or if you become angry, could it be a threat by somebody else or for yourself? Why didn't you ask for feedback openly? Why didn't you take a session like, one-to-one, sometimes FNF, friends and families, colleagues, who you trust? Well, sit one day and say, can you tell me what are the bad things I have and I should take care of? Or, good things I can make it better, right? And based on those 4, you can act and practice. Excellent. Thank you very much. So, Surat Nayak, yes, I will send the handout, not to worry. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now, moving on to the next part is self-management. How can you improve our self-management mechanism? Can anyone? Did you ever try? But first of all, you have to identify your emotions. You have to be aware of your emotions first, and then you can go for the management part. Without identifying your, self-awareness, you remember that, and then you can go for the management. So suppose you know what your emotions are. Suppose you are aware of your emotions. Now, what could be the management, approach or, self-management tool? The next S I'm going to talk about. Anyone can talk. Anyone, please take the floor and talk.
Sir, this is again Dr. Syed Rafiq Ahmed, sir, New College, Chennai.
Sure.
Sir, I feel maybe, sir, I am also a learner. Teacher is always a learner, but
we all are learners. We all are learners. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Actually, we feel that balancing our mind and body, sir. Is it and touching one or?
You do that. How do you do that?
Yeah.
I love the answer. Dr. Rafiq, I love the answer.
Yeah,
but how to do that? What could be the tool to balance your body, mind, and spirit together?
Yes, sir. Sir, always see that I think I'm touching little bit psychology words, sir.
Okay.
Always we are in the beta state. I think if you go to the alpha level.
I understand. Brain waves you're talking about, right? Brain waves you're talking about.
Exactly.
But the question is how?
Exactly.
The question is how. from, gamma to alpha, but how to do that? How to do that? I can see one answer again from
one best exercise is once if you take 5 deep, Dr. Chaudhary sir, once if you take a deep breath 5 times, slowly exhaling, whereby mind and body can be balanced.
Let's do it. The breathing exercise. All of you, take your seat. Let's go for the breathing exercise. I do it thrice in a day. Take a long deep breath, count 1, 2, and then release it through mouth. Let's do it together. Do it thrice, for example. For the last time. You see, you feel better. When you do this breathing exercise, your muscles get relaxed. And when your muscles feel relaxed, you can take control of any excitement, any anxiety, any pressure, mentally or physically. That's the beauty of breathing exercise. Of course, meditation is more powerful than breathing exercise. But I found breathing exercise very useful during COVID, because I have been doing it for my university classes, my training programs, and my all participants were calling me during this pandemic, said, yes, excellent, it's working because I can now take care of my lungs. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show some more solution for your better understanding, which I listed, I shared with other people. Let me show you. Yes. Now, effective tools, 5 effective tools for self-management. First thing first, attitude of gratitude. You have to always say thank you, and thank you to the Almighty, your God, whoever. Be grateful for what you are and who you are. That gives you the identity to stay on track as a human being, as a teacher. Yes. So be grateful for being a teacher. Be grateful for being a man, or a human being. I always show my attitude of gratitude. The moment I get up from bed, when I touch my, floor, I say, thank you, God, I'm still alive. My eyes are working. I can see. My heart is working. And I can live. I can take breath. Yes. So that could be the beginning. When you have the attitude of gratitude, it gives you more energy with the passage of time. Most of the time, we become very critical negatively and look for negative element. Change it. From now on, look for positive element. For an example, a student is not academically very sound. Probably he does not get that inspiration, but he's very good at writing, designing, drawing, or probably, debate, or, public speaking, or probably in sports. So look for that positivity. Inspire him. Hey, if you can do it better, you can do it much better here, right? And you can do that. Live past and live with happiness. Most of the time, we're stuck between the past and the future. We regret for the past and we worry for the future. And that makes our life a simple hell. Rather, stay with present, because present is all about us. There is no past, there is no future. Present is the only existence of our human civilization. And stay with it, happiness, meditation. And the 5th point I always find very, very powerful is the self-talk, positive self-talk. We always talk to ourselves. That is the inner you, the subconscious mind. So when you talk to your inner self, you must talk positively, because one single negative word can bring disaster in your life. He cannot do it. I cannot do it. No, blah, blah, blah. It will be a huge disaster. So coming back to another point, that is called, how can you, be more, self-motivated? How can we motivate ourselves more? I'd like to have response from, some new faces. Please interact with me. And there is no right or wrong or correct or incorrect answer. You can share anything you feel inside you that you should share. Sharing is caring. So if you share, I will understand you are, caring my presence. Please talk to me. I see there's so many scholars and honorable faculty members, professors. Please talk to us. Anyone? At least one person? I can see Dr. Usman, Anita Rola. Anita Rola, madam, can you hear me?
Okay.
You participated so well. Or Dr. N. Mahesh, Sami Abdullah sir, Sweetie Kiroba, Dr. Nandak. Anyone can, talk about how can we? Well, I see another response. Read some positive information daily.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Revati from Tamil Nadu.
Thank you. Please.
Yes, sir. When talking about self-motivation, a kind of my own motivation is that. Sir, could you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. A kind of self-motivation by me is that I keep on studying. For example, I would like to share my experience. I completed my BE. I got married. I started my MBA. I completed MBA, and I started working after completing my MBA itself. So I didn't stop there. I started to do my work for PhD. After 5 years, I got selected for PhD, and I'm pursuing my PhD now in Nalahapa University. And I didn't stop here too, and I started doing my MSc Psychology. So this keeps me motivating to make myself study, as well as from that studies, I make my students to share my experience, whatever I'm getting now itself, the knowledge, whatever I'm getting now itself. So not alone in their studies, that is whatever in the book, rather than book, I motivate myself to get more knowledge to share with my students.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. That was a wonderful motivation you had. Thank you so much, Nancy, shared with us.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
self-motivation, a pat on your back is more than enough.
Oh, yes. You'll pat yourself and say, hey, come on.
Yeah.
Other people are not, in better position than what I am right now. Let's do it. Rock and roll. Yes. Yes. Do you reward yourself sometimes when you achieve something? How many of you do that? You can share your experience in the chat box.
Because when you talk about success and happiness, it is a journey, and every in between stops you'll have to enjoy, and such enjoyment is nothing but in the form of self-motivation. It can happen.
Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. Very superbly put. Thank you very much. Okay. Anybody else would like to say a few words more about self-motivation? I'd love to hear from other people, because sharing is caring. If you share more, I can understand that, you are getting into it.
Hello, sir.
That is the... Yes, please.
I'm Anita, sir. I'm from St. Joseph College, Hyderabad.
Excellent.
Sir, when I talk about self-motivation, actually I see at the end of the day, I see that I make myself happy, because I don't want to be sad for any other thing. If anything is there also, I try to motivate myself, telling that this is the time will pass on, this is the time, but I make myself motivated by telling that, okay, this is how the things are. But we cannot change the things, but we can change ourselves by looking at the things.
Yes.
And then I feel if I'm happy, I can keep others happy. I can keep my family also happy. So that will be a motive of myself to make myself happy at the end of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Anita. So kind of you, madam. So kind of you. It was wonderfully said. Yes. So I'd like to share some other tips for self-motivation. Let's see. You see, with self-awareness and self-management, now, if you're aware of your emotions and you can manage it, now you can easily, you can notice, you can watch thoughts and feelings and stress around it. Yeah. And you can know the strength and weakness of your emotion and feelings. Now you can avoid amygdala hijack. That's we talked about the emotional brain. Yes, you can minimize reactivity because now you know what to do. Now you know what is the best course of action for you. Choosing wise action, and finally you can buffer. What you can buffer? The stress and hope, nothing too much, neither happiness nor sadness, but you can make it balanced. Well, sometimes you can go beyond the boundary, but not always. So that's how you can be benefited with only with self-awareness and self-management. Now, for self-motivation, Daniel Goleman talked about these 5 interesting things. Number 1, he said, good moods. Always look for good moods. Now, if you are in too bad mood, you have to change it. There are so many strategies you can use, starting from counting, rivers, so many ways. Positive thinking. Instead of negativity, focus on positivity. Focus on positivity and look for the positivity. Be positive. Optimism, despite the fact Corona will never go, but go for different other options. Be optimistic. One day vaccine will come. Or probably one day we'll live with COVID-19 as we live with other viruses, right? With our hard immune system or with the improved immune system. Passionate ownership of your task is very important for a teacher. We know the challenges, the difficulties, but as long as we have the ownership of what we are doing, nothing gonna stop us. We all are great teachers. We all are the change makers. We all change the whole world because we change the lives of next generation. And finally, for us, of course, for all, to learn, unlearn, relearn, lifelong learning. We never stop learning. The moment we say we stop learning, we issue the warrant of our death. And we don't do that. So good moods, positive thinking, optimism, flow, passionate ownership of the task, and lifelong learning will give us wonderful self-motivational techniques and tools. I'm also going to talk about the social awareness. How can we be more socially aware? We have to improve our communication skill. Do we listen to people empathetically? Do you speak distinctly, correctly? Do you read information accurately? Do you write what you should write? Do you have empathy? And we have to improve our non-verbal skills too, our body language, the tone of voice, the fluctuation of our voice, to put forward where it is necessary. Attunement is another, we call it mirroring or strategic alignment. As you can see 2 pictures here, Obama with the lady, and you can see George Bush with Tony Blair. So these are the social awareness effective tools we can improve. There are many. Now, finally, I would like to talk about, talk about social skills based on priority for a teacher. You can write in the chat box what are the social skills a teacher should be aware of. I can see one response from Kriti, Madam, displaying achievement in the status and the encouragement from our well-wishers, keep up our post at higher level. Displaying achievement in the status. That would be too showy, wouldn't it be? Why would I show up? Small and naughty tips. I don't know what she is insinuating in. Okay. Positive attitude. We should learn positive attitude. Thank you, Subbareddy. Kamileshwari, understanding the situation.
Yeah. Sorry for the interruption, sir. Can I add one more point, sir, in social
awareness
skills? Yeah, this is again Dr. Syed Rafiq Ahmed, sir.
Yes,
sir,
I can see that.
Sir, we have been focusing
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir. Sorry, sir. Sir? Rafiq,
yes,
sir?
Yes.
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Model.
Sorry, sir, we couldn't hear you, sir.
I have one more new concept. I think what I have come across in the training, I'm just sharing, sir. Is it correct? Please correct
Can
me.
you write in the chat box? It's because of your broken voice. We don't understand. Can you write it in the chat box? I will read it for other people. Thank you. So kind of you. Thank you very much. I think it's because of the yes, voice is breaking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's talk about the social skills. Skills as a teacher, we should focus on actually. To be emotionally intelligent, of course, it's common for all, but as a teacher, what are the particular, skills we should focus on?
Am I audible? Sir, actually,
yes, sir.
Yeah, instead of having the role model, there is a slight change, rolling model. That means what I feel, for example, if I am a teacher, if I come to college, I am a teacher. If I am walking on the road, I am a pedestrian. Okay. If I am along with my parent, I am a child. Okay. And if I am going to my home, I am a husband or a father.
Wonderful.
Call it as a rolling model. So if you have this, I think it will come under the social skills, sir. Am I correct, Dr. Chaudhary, sir? Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to share some skills which I think we should be aware of, and then we go for the final, interaction. Can you see the slide, all of you? If someone says yes, Professor Kavita, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is regarding social skills, right, sir?
Yes, social skills. People say where to start. What do you mean by social skills? Social skills will give you the right equipment, the right direction to deal with all other assets like self-awareness. If you want to improve your self-awareness, you need social skills. And interestingly, all social skills are soft skills. That is a very important point. And soft skills are intangible. That is the challenging part. I have a certificate on leadership, but when it comes to my leadership, I'm a failure. So there is no point of the certificate as the credential to ensure that I'm a good leader. Without certificates, there are many good leaders, right? So it is a bit challenging, complex, but again, you can use it, you can apply it with regular practice and exercise. Daniel Goleman talks about the 7 competencies of social skills as part of his leadership model. And you can see inspired leadership, influence, change catalyst, managing conflict, building bonds by developing others, teamwork, and collaboration. And I make it more specific. It's called first 3, from inspired leadership until change catalyst. I call it effective leadership skills, negotiation and conflict management skills, coaching and mentorship skills, team building skills, networking skills. So these are the common social skills. Of course, for teachers, we have to focus on our communication skills. We have to be empathetic towards other people when we interact. And that's why I say, if you are emotionally intelligent, You are the icon. You can see an icon picture here. And let me show you what icon means. I for you can identify your emotions. C for you can control your emotions with motivation. O for you can orchestrate others' emotion. And finally, you can network with right emotion. So I hope this 5S, I repeat, self-awareness, self-management, self-motivation, social awareness, and social skills will keep you motivated to be emotionally intelligent and to be an emotionally intelligent, great teacher. Thank you for your patience and time. Now you can write your 5S here. If you remember, what do you mean by this 5S? I'll be so happy to look at your comments. Thank you so much. So kind of you. And that brings the end of my session 2. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. So over to Professor Kavita. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was really a wonderful session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
It
very
was
much.
really informative, wonderful, thought-provoking session. Because as my head of the department, Dr. P. Adishni ma'am told, I'm thinking of doing my PhD thesis in emotional intelligence. So it was really
Unmute yourself.
also enjoyed this session, sir. It was really pakka package, sir. It was really a pakka package.
Thank you very much.
So nice to meet you, sir. You have shared your time for us. You have put such an effort for giving this package for us. We really admire you, sir, and we would like to have you as a what to say, like in a team in our Tagorian college, sir.
Welcome to.
I will always be with you whenever you need me. Just now we are virtually connected. We can take classes anytime you need.
Yeah, sure, sir. Actually, head of the ma'am, Priya ma'am, she's on
Yes,
line,
sir.
I think.
Thank you, sir. It was a very wonderful session, and unfortunately, there is some problem in my network today. It's I couldn't connect completely. Thank you, sir. And the participants were very active, and they were very much interactive. So it gives us makes us more inspiring and highly motivating to go ahead further. So thank you,
Right.
sir. Thank you for joining, and we will share your details in the group so that if anyone is would like to connect you, they can get connected to you.
Sure.
Thank you,
I will
sir.
send you the PDF of my file. You already have the session 1 file. You can share with them so that they know actually what they talked about. So it will be better for them to understand better.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
So kind of you. Thank you very much, and
thank you.
Would love to see you again. All the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Kavita.